getting marked or you might get delivered.
Yes, sir. Let's say we on.
That's what I'm Oh, okay. That's a sample because I know you just got hit. Yeah, yeah.
Say we live. Say we live. It just popped up. We good? Yeah, we good.
Go ahead, bro. You want to go after the salute? It's up to you.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, so hey, this is GMS Pittsburgh once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua. Another week out here to preach and prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Okay, there's a lot of things going on right now in the news, and you know, it just spiritually. You know, the scriptures tell us to be circumspect. And if you're circumspect and you look around, then you can observe that things are changing very rapidly. Okay?
I got that Ephesians.
Okay, come. Bring it out, man. You got it. Things are changing.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15, it says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil."
Right, so that's what it is. You gotta walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Because what are fools doing? Fools are going on with their daily lives as if nothing is changing, nothing is gonna change. All right, but we know that things is building up. Okay, things is building up like water behind a dam, ready to burst. Okay, ready to explode and wash everything away. All right, today is what is this? July 31st. The moratorium is supposed to be ending today. Okay, which has been protecting people from getting evicted out of their places. A lot of people haven't been paying because they've been out of work due to, Crown Vic Royale and so on and so forth. All right, and so what's going to happen is when that ends, if they don't extend it, all hell could break loose because a lot of people is going to be homeless all of a sudden, man. You know.
This is St. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34, and it reads, Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
So Yahushua didn't come to send peace on the planet Earth. Yahushua came to send a sword, all right? And he came to kindle that fire, okay? You gonna get that precept? Yeah. You see, he came to kindle a fire under a lot of people's asses, so to speak, you know? And that's what's gonna happen, man.
I got Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure."
So wisdom and knowledge is going to help keep you stable in the times to come. As I spoke about in one of my recent lessons, the scenarios are going to get very drastic out here over simple things that used to be simple. Right now, if you was in the store and you just so happen to drop something, more than likely 9 times out of 10, let's say you dropped a piece of fruit by an Edomite. They might even pick it up and hand it to you. Oh, here, you dropped this. When the time to come, my wife had a dream, Edomite fruit rolled up, Edomite took it and said, "This is my fruit." You see?
Well, you seen things like that taking place when the whole shutdown started. You know, if people seeing too many things, if they didn't see nothing on the shelf, and you had more on the cart than they think you should have had, then I seen people take stuff out of other people's cart. Like, wait a minute, you got to share this.
Got too much.
You know, you got too much. How dare you have all this when everybody else needs something, right? You think you're gonna hoard it?
Those are the type of scenarios you're gonna see. And the crazy thing was, we had already paid for this thing, and they were still acting like, "No, this is mine." You see what I'm saying? So that's just a small glimpse. That's just a taste, because it's gonna get violent. Okay? The scriptures talk about people spoiling each other for the lack of bread, not having pity. You got that? Whatever you got, brother.
Is this the precept you want to go?
Yeah, come.
Yeah, this is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. "And I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?"
So as the brothers was breaking down beautifully, the Dallas brothers last night, you know, Yahushua wanted it to already be kindled at that time. Okay, but it wasn't the time. He said, "If this is my kingdom, then will my servants fight," right? So it wasn't the time for that. But when he returns, hey, even before he returns, there's gonna be shit going on, you know?
Go back and see down. Yeah, we gotta get a little bit more view on that. Because you know, a lot of these points that you're about to get is what you see, increasing. ahead. Can you read it again?
God. Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division.
Hey, that's what you see going on. It's complete division out here. You got gender wars, okay, division amongst men and women. You know, we already know the race war as far as that's going to pop off. You know, different ethnicities, okay, is going to start to go at each other. You got your economic wars, you see. But now what we see really taking place of how he's setting it up, this serpent juice war.
Yep.
Because now people that have taken the serpent juice already and saying, well, wait a minute, we're about to go on the fifth, what is it, the fourth lockdown?
Fourth, yeah.
We're about to go on a fourth lockdown because you didn't take this juice. This is your fault. And this is where you see division being created. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. It says, from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3.
Yep.
The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And he said also to the people,
that's the point. All right, so now I brought that out because, you know, a brother, you know, mentioned in the chat that a young woman he knows is getting put out the house. Well, why is she getting put out the house? Well, because her mother wants her to take the serpent juice. And see, a lot of people are about to get put in that situation. So you younger brothers and sisters in the faith that are under your parents' authority, right? You may be faced with this. What you gonna do? Now, the scriptures say honor your father and your mother, right? But say if your father and your mother say, you know, because you're under their authority at this time, you're living under the roof, and they say, well, we want you to take the MOTB, right? The book of Revelation, chapter 13, 16 on down. They say, take the MOTB. Now what? What you gonna do now? Even though the scriptures say honor your father and mother, it comes to now this is where the splits come. Somebody get real fast and let me give it back to you, bro. They say, hate not you cannot be my disciple.
I'm getting it right now.
All right. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Because you got some Israelites will say, well, you're supposed to honor your father and mother, so you gotta follow that ordinance that they set. No, not when it go against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. No, you don't. You see? That's where the separation comes. Now, it doesn't mean, you know, curse them out and fight them and things like that. No, absolutely not. You just say, I don't believe in that. You know, I choose not to do it, and you know, I got to deal with my consequences. If that's you put me out, then I'll have to take that to the chin. That's part of my straight gate then.
Yeah.
That's part of my straight gate. Hit it.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Go ahead.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
So basically, you saying you love your father and your mother more than Yahweh Yahushua. You say, you know what? I'm gonna do your will, father and mother, right? And I'm not gonna do the will of Yahweh Yahushua, because we know that the Heavenly Father is he's against that, you know. But your father and your mother may be with it. So now the line has to be drawn. The line has to be drawn and say, you know what? I'm gonna honor the Father, which is Yahweh. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna read a little bit up. I'm gonna start at Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Yeah.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, the daughter against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Yeah, so a lot of people that are in the faith, you know, especially the men of the Lord, you get a lot of flack. A lot of flack comes from your household first. A lot of flack comes from your countrymen first. The people that have known you family members, friends, people of the workforce to say, nigga, I worked with you. You said you a man of the Lord, nigga, please. You know what I'm saying? Your girl get mad at you one day, nigga, you ain't no motherfucking prophet, nigga. She call you by your government name. Your ass named Jamal Creed, nigga. Get your ass out of here.
Calling your middle name out and shit.
Yeah, that's what they did to the Lord Yahushua.
Yeah.
Is this not the son of Joseph?
Right. What?
And his brother and his sister, we know?
We know them. We know you stay out 400 blocks such and such. We know you.
It's right here.
But wait a minute. Can you say that part again? Is this not who?
I got it right here.
You got it.
Oh.
Mark 6 and 3, it says, is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph?
Read that again one more time.
Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary?
And the angel wasn't no carpenter, bro. He wasn't. Now in Ezekiel, what is it? I believe the 9th chapter. The angels is called no, it's not Ezekiel now. Forget it. They're called the angels are called the carpenters. But the carpenter they were speaking of someone that they knew in the city that had the occupation of being a carpenter, which was Joseph, a man that slept with Mary.
Well, he learned carpentry from his father as well.
Yeah, he was in carpentry.
They was talking about Yahushua right here.
Yeah.
They said, is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary? So he was the carpenter.
Yeah, because he learned his father's trade, right?
Yeah, right.
That's another thing. We had that tradition of passing down trades, you know?
Like, man, this
This
dude was built. He was working on my house down the street. What you mean?
Which is funny because he built everything to, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, him and the Alahayim.
Yeah.
They constructed everything.
That's
When
what
he came,
chapter 8, yeah.
he was another carpenter on the earth. It's funny.
That's crazy.
Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph, and of Judah and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him. They was like, who is this guy? Man, we know you. We saw you come up as a little one. Remember when you was walking around in cloth diapers and stuff? The hell you talking about? But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own house. Backing up what the brother said, So you don't get no respect, like that. You don't get the respect that's due to you, according to the scriptures, that your wife should reverence you, give you reverence as unto Yahushua. So you think you get treated like Yahushua? No. Go ahead.
You read Mark 6, right?
Yeah, Mark 6.
All right, I'm gonna read this real quick. Matthew 13, verse 55. It says, I'll start at verse 54. It says, and when he was coming to his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, and so much that they were astonished and said, whence have this man this wisdom in these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph, and Simon and Judas, and his sisters? And they not all with us, whence then have this man all these things? So look, they knew Yahushua, they knew his family, what I'm saying? His brothers and sisters and everything. Look, sister right there, a brother right there, another brother right there. Man, come on, man. We know you.
I'm in Matthew 10. Yeah, okay, come.
You got, some more.
This is back to Matthew 10, 37 again. He that loveth his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Right, so a lot. Go, you got it, bro.
No, I was just gonna say that's why the brother brought this precept out. It's because it's gonna come a point in time where there's a decision you gotta make. You're gonna come to a fork in the road where it's like, do you gonna reverence your parents more than Yahweh Shem Yahushua, or no? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua come first. You see?
I got a quick precept to back that statement up that you just made, brother. This is Acts chapter 5 and verse 29, and it reads, then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men.
Right. Okay. And so you honor your father and mother. You just won't go around being a nigga. But when it comes to decisions between, choosing Yahweh Shem Yahushua and choosing your parents, you got to choose Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just like the scripture tell us to obey the ordinances. It comes between following the law and following Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You will follow Yahweh Shem Yahushua when it comes to those important things of salvation, like the MOTB and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And even this jab,
Yeah, if you look at Eleazar, as someone would consider it small as eating some pork, but that's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to that, man. And this MOTB is the new pork, man. You know, eat this pork or take this MOTB or die. You know? There's some more. It says, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Right. So you have to bear the burden that comes with this truth, man. Okay. Whatever persecution you have to deal with, man. You know, not being at peace with certain family members. You know, in the sense of being on the same accord. You know.
Yeah.
You know, because you still deal with your family members to a degree, right?
But what's gonna happen is a lot of relationships is gonna get rocky, rough. A lot of bridges might get burned off of certain decisions, you know, because many are gonna be offended in the times to come. All right, and I perceive that this is one of the tactics they're gonna use to bring that wrath of a burning multitude over us. You should be hated of all men for my name's sake. Okay, that's gonna come to a point where we make a decision against doing certain things that everybody else, like right now, you kind of get alienated, ostracized, and like Elder Apostle Gabar put the video out, they want to invoke violence upon these people that ain't getting that snake bite. You see? You know, so that could be one of the ways. Oh, look, y'all holding up, y'all a threat to health. You're a health terrorist.
Right.
You know?
Health risk.
We're gonna tell on you so they can lock you in a camp somewhere.
Right. And that's just like the next precept. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So you're trying to find your life in this society. You want to continue in this kingdom, man. You want to continue in wickedness, man. Being simple, man. Like the scriptures say, how long shall you dwell in simplicity, so to speak?
If that scripture.
Like I said, finding thy life. You sitting there trying to mend these relationships, trying to do everything you can to mend these relationships. When the one thing they want you to do that will bring the peace between you all is something that's against you. How about you, man? No, that's where that's out. It's like, well, look, I love you, but I'm not moving on this. I'm not budging on this.
Yeah, a lot of certain people that say family members can't come to the house on these I'm trying to think of the word, idle holidays.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they is in Babylon. You know, wicked sacrifices if you don't take the serpent juice. You know?
It says,
He said, you got it?
I got the precept you just quoted, bro. This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 21. And it reads, she cried in the chief place. I'll start at 20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Right. So you know the scriptures tell us to awake out of sleep, okay? And so that's what we're out here telling people, awake out of sleep. But guess what? People ain't trying to wake up, you know? There's this song this guy put out, he ain't that well known, and I ain't even gonna say his name, but he got this song where it's like, fuck a nigga, let them sleep. You know? These motherfuckers wanna rest on me. Well, that's deep, but fuck it, let them sleep. You know, and I'm like, shit, fuck it. Let them be filthy still. Okay, we're just gonna continue to preach, all right? Because they're tightening that grip on what you're able to say, you know? Yeah. And it's getting to a point where if you don't know by now, because the men of the Lord ain't the only ones telling you, speaking against this. You got whole cities, I think it's a city, or at least I know there's a resort where nobody's got the snake bite, nobody's putting the mask on, and it's like a big ass pool party. They taking a stance like, fuck y'all, we ain't doing that shit. You know, they did a little article on it. Might as well listen.
Yeah, Matthew 10 and 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me.
Yeah, that's it. That's the point. Now you mentioned the word simple. Bring this out, Loki. Bring it out.
Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3.
Yeah.
A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Whoa, so we perceive evil. We see what's coming down the pipeline. So we're hiding ourselves. Somebody give me Psalms 91. We're hiding ourselves, man. Okay, go ahead.
Amen.
Huh?
I jumped off it. Hold on 1 second.
Can't do that, brother. We gotta stay on. Right? So it says a prudent man perceives evil and hideth himself. But it says the simple pass by on and are destroyed. What's that? Proverbs 22, right?
22:3.
23?
22 and 3.
I got the Psalms 91.
Hold on, I'm gonna read it again.
Come on.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 3 says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay? So these people that had a simple mindset, they ain't paying attention. They're not aware of anything that's going on. Somebody look at the word simple.
I got you right here, bro.
All right. They're not paying attention to what's going on taking place. Did they perceive evil coming? No. You got some Jake that don't even know that. We're about to probably, majority, more than likely go back into another lockdown. Jake don't see that. Jake still planning trips, getting ready to travel, you know? Have no idea. Then like I said, Jake just got thousands of dollars worth of food stamps. Ain't getting no dry food. Hey, no water. What are you doing? But they don't see this. They don't see this thing closing. You know? Go ahead. What you want to say?
Bro, I just had a conversation with some Jakes at my job, bro. I mentioned it. I said, y'all know we gonna be going on a lockdown probably. They was like, get the fuck out of here. No way. I'm like, all right.
Right.
I just left it at that. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just hit this quick point. I could read more, but I'm gonna just. Proverbs 1:32 says, "For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them."
Yeah.
Okay, so like this precept the bro was just reading, the simple pass on and are destroyed, right? So they don't hearken unto this. Let's continue. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. All right. The scriptures say, "At death and famine thou shalt laugh." Okay, but those are the ones that have taken heed. Those are the elect, right? But the simple, the turning away of the simple is going to slay them. Them not hearkening unto this word is going to be their demise.
Read the definition, bro.
Okay. So this is
simple.
This is the word. What was that? Proverbs
22 and 3.
This is the word for simple in Proverbs 22 and 3.
22
This is this is pathya in the Hebrew. It says simplicity, naivety, simple, foolish, open-minded. Right? It says down here, a silly person, one easily persuaded and enticed.
That's Jake, lost sheep.
It says the
Cause what? Sheep are easily to be led astray. They're very gullible. You know? So that's why, you know, a person that has the sheep, what are they called? The shepherd, right? Is always there to guide that sheep. And they got a like a little shepherd got a little dog too, you know, to help keep the flock in order. See, this is what the spirit is doing, man. The spirit is trying to help keep this flock, or not trying to. The spirit is keeping the flock in order. Well, the sheep that are his.
The sheep gonna hear his voice. The sheep hear his voice. The other ones ain't. They just gonna get ate up by the wolves.
I get it.
I got a precept too.
You got it.
Let me read this one. Ephesians 4:14 says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And these simple men are getting caught up. Simple men and women are getting caught up with these different crafty things that people are saying. Because the scripture talks about people being drunk, but not with wine, right? They stagger, but not with strong drink. And that goes into these philosophies and doctrines. Okay, and these belief systems that he's putting out here count as well. You know, he put his cup to his neighbor and got him drunk so he can look upon their nakedness. You know?
Yeah, and one of the definitions is open-minded. So you're open to whatever this devil is saying.
Well, I ain't seen it.
And you got your mind open to those deceiving spirits to believe these different philosophies, man.
But guess what though? Their mind is closed to this truth. In a spiritual sense, why? Because if they're 2/3, they're blind. They're blind.
I got a quick precept because the brother mentioned, like, you know, these simple sheep are people, man. They can get basically swallowed up by the wolf, man. So I got this precept right here. This is something our people are not doing, man. You know, you try to tell them, hey, you know, this might be coming down the line. They're like, man, whatever, you playing around. They don't believe what you're saying. But we're telling you. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, and Jake don't understand that who the devil is. That's another thing, you know. Jake don't know who the devil is. When they think of the devil, the first thing that pop in their head is somebody underground, red, pitchfork, you know what I'm saying? Try and tempt them and things like that, but bro, now the devil can also be someone of your own people, a person that deceives you, you know. But this main devil is Esau Edom, when he uses the other devils like T.D. Jakes and the rest of those clowns to partake in it as well. But the devil is a deceiver, and he has deceived you to believe his lie. His what is it? It talks about his get it, bro. 2 Thessalonians, by all deceivableness, lying signs and wonders. You already got it?
You know I got a precept.
Yeah, I was thinking of another precept.
1 Timothy 4:1 says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith.
Oh, hey, so men depart from the faith. Men making excuses. Okay, why they can't do the work? Here it is. They was doing work for years. Now they saying you ain't gotta go out to the highways and byways. Bro,
Take the jab.
what are you talking about? Now you ain't gotta go do the work?
You know, Johanna was like, yeah, just take it. I know about you don't want to take it, but just take it. You know, and all this information's coming out. Yeah, he's a devil, man. It says, giving heed to seducing spirit and doctrines of devil. And who's the devil? Who's doing who's the physical counterpart of Satan upon the earth? Esau Edom. He's the devil, man. And people are taking heed to these doctrines that he's putting out there. Speaking lies and hypocrisy. Okay, so supposedly the snake bite is supposed to make you not viable to the venom, so to speak. But then all of a sudden you worried about us not getting the snake bite. But you're supposed to be straight. If you get bit by the snake, you're supposed to be okay. And, you know, we're speaking hypothetically or figuratively of, you know, the Jabonation or whatever. Right? So it's supposed to, they're speaking lies and hypocrisy because the knowledge ain't adding up. Speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Going back what the bro was saying, they can't receive this. They're blind, you know, as the bro said. I got it.
Yeah, and just real quick, because speaking of, you know, this serpent juice, you have been deceived into thinking that this serpent juice is gonna give you immunity. Okay?
That's it.
Right, but you still gotta put on a mask though. You know?
And you mad at the people that ain't taking, but what they gotta do with us?
Because you're supposed to be protected though,
Yeah,
right?
you supposed to be straight.
You know what I'm saying? You're taking it to be covered by people like myself.
Modern medicine should have been made.
Oh, wait a
supposed
minute.
to.
No, you might want to,
Wait a minute.
Watch what you
Modern.
Wait a minute. You know, natural things, you know, are favorably better to take,
Pharmakeia.
you know,
Yeah.
than the things of,
Yeah.
you know,
The
that eat, you know,
The pharmakeia. Yeah.
created.
This pharmakeia is basically a poison, man. It's a potion. Slow poison, slow death.
You know what the craziest thing about it is how this devil manipulates and twists it with his subtlety. You know, said that the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. All right, which that same spirit is on Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Absolutely. By him coming and telling you, it's crazy. You see this, the Guidestones, how he want to get the population down under 500 million.
Georgia Guidestones.
Now, if this thing was really out here, if that thing was really out here taking people out like that, why don't just let it run rampant? Because there's something worse in that snake bite that can, you know, speed up that process of getting rid of you.
He building it up though. It's just like the same thing because when you're a child, they say you gotta take one, right? Take one of the meds, and they say get the booster.
Mm-hmm.
So they're boosting it up, you know, to keep that thing in you, to make it more, you know, potent.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually we're gonna see. I believe we're gonna see, bro. A lot of these new strains, it's gonna start wiping you people out, man. Just exactly what they wanted to do. Now we don't know what's all in it. So when you start to deal with nano nanotechnology and different radiation and bro, like
5G towers.
5G towers. When you start dealing with stuff like that, bro, stuff to change your DNA, like
Yep.
bro, it can be so simple to some. It can be so simple to say there's a high ratio area that all got the serpent juice. So you know what? Let's throw a drop of this in their water system.
Ooh.
That's all it takes.
Activate.
Or activate. Or let's spread this
Right.
through the air today. Come on, man. Cool.
The elders just did a video on their way to their camp today, going into these 5G towers, man.
Yeah.
Them 5G, if there's really nanotechnology in that juice, man, them
Say
5G
that.
towers can control them
I was
nanobots
just
up in your
about to say
bloodstream,
that.
man,
I was just
or
about to say that.
rearranging your DNA, man.
They can just activate it, bro. Because people are showing us magnets are sticking to their bodies after
Glowing.
taking that thing, and that you saw the glowing. So if it is something in there, once you go through that force field of that 5G, it can activate. You ever
John
notice?
chapter 10.
You ever notice if you got a cell phone that's not on, it still connects to the tower?
Mm-hmm.
It'll still connect to the tower. So yeah, you through, man.
And that's, hey, man, I didn't get first one, but I'll read it real quick. Yeah, this is Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Right? So this serpent juice is really not gonna help you, man. Okay, this poison that you're taking is not gonna help you. That's why I calls this devil a physician of no value. He's not gonna get rid of the problem. He's gonna make the problem worse and make you think that everything was good because you got some type of relief. You know?
Yeah, man. It tells you what a physician's supposed to do in the Apocrypha. He said he's supposed to cut off the lung disease, right? Is that what these physicians do?
Yeah.
You know, we got to be careful, you know. But you see what they really do. Well, Cat Williams went into it in his comedy. You go for one thing, you come back with this, and then you got a thing for that, and you got a thing for that. You started with one thing, now you got several things, and you got a damn tablet for all of them.
You got something called holistic.
Oh yeah, you know you can't really. Yeah,
I ain't about to
you
say
saying
that.
a lot of buzzwords,
You
brother.
saying a lot of
buzzwords.
That pops right up on the algo, bro. You say different words, algo. It's like a red alert. Bing, bing. What? What? What'd you say?
Well, you got
Hey.
some natural things on the earth
Yeah.
that will take care of everything in the body.
Well,
Let's
get
read
the scripture
precept.
though.
Yeah.
Get the scripture though.
That'll be the best way to do it is read the precept. You know, that'll be the best way to do it because we just reading the Bible, right? But no, you know, definitely. But you know, we're getting to the point where younger brothers just gotta really tap in. Look at the old videos. Brothers done videos on natural, you know, things to help you. And you know, the precept, like I said, there's medicines out of the earth, so on. So you know, just do your research on these things, man. There's a lot of things around you that can be used as a supplement. Let's call it a supplement. Okay? Health supplement.
Ecclesiastes chapter 38, verse 4 says, "The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth. He that is wise will not abhor them."
Right. So the Lord created natural things you can use to aid your
Infirmities.
temples. Yeah, your infirmities. Right? So it says, "He that is wise will not abhor them." So if you got any type of wisdom, you're gonna know that, hey man, I need to take this because this is gonna help me. You know?
That's right. Sirach 30, verse 15. Health in good state above, Salaki says, health in good state above body, or above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. And see, this is why he wants to destroy your temple, okay, which is your body. This is why he wants to do this. Okay, this is why everything in your food is chemicals. Everything you drink has chemicals. We talk about poisonous chemicals. Alright?
Even the
Shot
air
out,
we
take a
breathe.
Shot. You say, bro?
Even the air we breathe.
Yeah, the air we breathe is all polluted because it's meant to what? To destroy you. That's what it's trying to do, destroy you. The word's destroy physically. You know, he pushes, try to destroy us mentally, which Jake has already destroyed mentally, right? But he wants to do it spiritually. And to take you out of your spiritual balance, you gotta what? You gotta gotta continue to poison your mind, because your mind is not just poisoned through, the things that that you put in your body.
That you consume,
It's
yeah.
things that you consume of
Mentally.
seeing,
Yeah.
hearing.
Yeah, which that's also considered food, man. Food for thought.
Food for thought. Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah.
Yeah, because the things that go in your mind is also the things that can aid in your survival,
Well,
man.
there's scriptures on that. Scriptures on that. Talks about the table. This is all representative of food.
We need that scripture, bro. I can't think of it. I want to put that in the verse. For what? Acts 15, verse? Yeah. Get it. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Let's get this in Romans
You
11
talking
and
about
9.
what you
And David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Okay? So the things that you consume, all this information and things that you consume is likened unto a meal. Okay, Yahweh Shah says, I knock at the door. If any man open unto me, I will come and I will sup with him. Meaning he will feed you with this bread of understanding. Okay? You see? And so the 2/3, in these heathen, their table is made a snare, It's made a detriment unto them. Okay, so you got to be careful what you put on your table.
Hold on, I got you. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
This is what keeps you going. Okay, and what you feel, what does it say? Out of the abundance of the heart will the mouth speak. Okay, when that heart goes into your mind. So the thing that you're filling your mind with, that's what you will speak abundantly.
I got a precept for you. Got a precept for you. Let me grab it real quick.
Scriptures also say, I believe, therefore I speak. So what is it that you believe on? You're going to know by your fruits, by what comes out of your mouth. You believe in some bullshit, it's going to come out of your mouth. You're going to be like, this is on some bullshit. We all full of type of, Egyptologists and Muslims and, even these people. We got to come up with a new word for these people that's we call them damn juicitarians. They on that juice. Juiceologians or some shit. I don't know. Juiceologians.
Juiceology. Study of the juice.
Yeah.
Right. This is John chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly, which is the mind, shall flow rivers of living water.
See? So that's what comes out of you, the thing that you believe in. When you believe in these scriptures, and the Most High gives you an abundance. He opens up a gate of utterance unto you. You know what I'm saying? And you can you flow out. Out of the abundance of the heart, there's the mouth speaks.
Yeah, now, because I mentioned there's a scripture that Christians use. There's a scripture that Christians use to say, I can't think of it. No, I can't quote it.
What are they trying to say? What point do they try to make?
They try to say that it's not what goes into you, but it's what comes out of you.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
Man
about?
is not defiled by the things which he eat, what's going into the belly.
Yeah.
What's coming out of the mouth.
Yeah. They try to say, yeah.
They don't understand that that's spiritual. That's not a physical thing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, get that, bro. Yeah, because they love using that one, bro.
I got the precept you quoted, bro. This is St. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 34. And it reads, O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
See? Out of the abundance of your heart, does your mouth speak. So if you're putting a bunch of wickedness inside of you, then what's going to come out of you? Wickedness. You got to put the righteousness in you. Okay? You got to fill your temple with your Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Once you get them demons off of you, you don't want that demon to come back and find it swept, clean, and garnished. You want to find that it's a residence. There's somebody's occupied. Okay? You try to open the door, it's a privacy like, excuse me.
They don't got the,
Somebody's in here.
they got the
Okay?
combination of more to keep.
Yeah.
Right. You want the Holy Spirit, man.
That's right. Yeah, what he said, like I quoted earlier, Yahweh Shai knock at the door. If any man open unto me, I will come and sup with him. You want Yahweh Shai living inside of you. These words. What you about to say?
Something me and the brothers just know.
Words.
Words, man.
Words I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Demons.
across the street, and then
I got a precept for
and it still came across.
They
the
roaches.
street.
Yeah, this
They
is,
roaches.
like-
Because this is light over here. It's that truth.
Yeah, literally went around.
This is John chapter 4 and verse 14.
Hey, because at the end of the day, bro, they know what we stand for, man. That see, Jake, cause Jake wicked,
Yep.
and Jake know they wrong. They be guilty, man.
And
These people be guilty through the spirit, man.
looking, and I looked over at her. She
Because
put her-
they
put her sunglasses
because
down.
they act like because another thing they act like they don't want to get on camera. Motherfucker, you be on social media all day with all your pictures everywhere. On 3 different social media sites: TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So don't try to act like it ain't because you ain't trying to get on the camera. You're a demon and you guilty, and you don't want this word to cut you so bad, so you try to shy away from it.
Well, they look at us as the evildoers, so
Right.
they don't want to be associated with us.
With us.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're the outscouring of the earth. You know, they look at us as, oh, these are the filth, these are residue. I ain't with these niggas because they against the world. I'm with the world. You see?
Yeah.
Well, fine. You ain't gotta be associated with righteousness.
Let me get you something real quick that you said. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Fine. So because we choose to stand boldly before the face of such as have afflicted us, okay, they look at us as we're anti. We're evil. You know, oh they causing drama. You know, they can't be no peace as long as people like them out there. You know what I'm saying? When at the end of the day, these devil's horns is gonna come out, man. Watch E start feeling that touch of what is it? Once you start feeling that them pockets getting light, okay, you niggas gonna feel it. You know, and you're gonna know that the prophet have been among you.
That's a quick precept. It says John chapter 3 verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest their deeds should be reproved.
Yeah, how it shines that light. That's why them demons back then, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, okay, them different sects was coming against Yahushua. He was messing up their money flow. Right? He was messing up their tyranny. That it was Jake doing that to Jake, man. He's messing up their tyranny, man. You know, being wicked, putting harsh laws on top of laws on top of Jake. You know?
Stuff they made up themselves too.
Right. Stuff they made up themselves, bro. It was a burden. And see, right now we overlooked, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, people say what they want. But see, all this shit about to stop. All this shit about to come to an end though. All this bullshit Jake be doing all day, all that bullshit you doing, that shit about to come to an end, because it's about to be complete lawless. Go get your precepts, because I'm about to go.
I got precept. This is St. John chapter 6 and verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Yeah, this is life right here, man. What we speaking is life, but how the world look at it is like, we speaking death. No, y'all speak death. Y'all promote death. Right? Come on. The FDA. The FDA approves whatever the hell they want to approve. You know, these different systems, these different, what do they call that systems? Institutions, or you know, the people that the government that allow all these things to be done. Come on, bro. Oh, let's say cigarettes, for example, right? This is approved. Knowing this shit gives you lung cancer, lung disease. But they say go ahead, you can smoke it.
They
Go
put
ahead.
all of the
On the warning
chemicals
label.
on there though.
Yeah, then they'll put the warning label at the
They
bottom.
don't put the ingredients, but they put the warning.
Yeah, but the warning label.
Surgeon General warning.
Warning, right? Warning. We'll sell it to you, but we're going to tell you before, this can kill you, or this has harmful effects. But we still got it on deck for you. The fuck?
Hey, nigga, it ought to be skull and crossbones and all type of. But they don't put a ingredient list. Rat poison, formaldehyde. Let them put it on
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
I don't know. It'd be a lot less people smoking, I believe.
Yeah, if it had that shit,
They had the whole
if
list.
They had the whole list.
Think
Like,
might be so
like,
strong,
like, come
they
on,
still
bro.
smoke that shit.
Yeah, that shit's a heavy.
How do
duty.
cereal and bleach have the same ingredients?
Yeah, or paint thinner.
Same ingredients.
TSP.
What the? This shit ain't right. We gotta get the hell up out of here,
That's
man.
why they call it the FDA Food and
drug
Poison.
administration.
FDP, but it's called FDA.
Niggas improve anything.
Put the food and death administration.
yeah,
poisons in
The
the food.
falsities and death administration, nigga, because it's fake food and it's gonna give you some death. I got a precept. 2nd Ezra 7:21. So bro had mentions the precept you just read. It says, "For the Most High have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment." All right. So the Most High made it plain what you should do. All right, to live. Okay. Through these scriptures, these words I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. You know? See, that's what you read. It is the word they quicken and the flesh profit of nothing.
I just read that.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, word. Yep.
Yeah. What's the word? Quicken it means to make alive.
Yes.
You know, like the food you're really supposed to be eating physically is supposed to be food that's alive, man.
Yeah.
Food that aids in keeping you alive, man.
Everything is dead.
Kind,
Once you cut it, it dies. Once you store it, it dies.
kind.
So we had things back in the ancient world of things that was fresh.
Fresh
we
vegetables.
wasn't cutting it unless we was about to eat that joint.
The whole
You know what I'm
thing.
saying? Or unless you was about to take a little trip or you know what I'm saying, a little walk. You know?
Yeah, we had certain things, you know, I was a quote-unquote Native American in Northern Kingdom accustomed to smoke, you know, meats and stuff like that
Yeah.
for traveling. But yeah, typically, even with a plant, you for a brief time when you cut a plant, it's still alive. You know, you can cut a plant and replant it. It's called making the cutting. You know, and you can regrow a plant off of that.
Yeah, now I got that because you know this wisdom, okay, this truth, this knowledge, the scriptures is life, man. Okay, it's likened unto food, it's likened unto water, you know, and you need proper food and water to get those nutrients to survive, man. To have life. This is John chapter 4. Verse 14, and this is Yahweh Shai saying this, "But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life," man. So this is where you're gonna get that life, man. You know, by taking heed unto these words, man. Okay, and the true doctrine. You know.
That's what I'm telling you, Art.
Come on, I'm about to pull it up right now.
What you got?
Oh yeah, this is
Tab.
All right, go ahead.
Matthew 15 and 16. And Yahweh Shai said, "Are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth going into the belly, and is cast out into the drop? But those things which proceedeth out of the mouth come forth from the heart or the mind, and they defile the man. For out of the mind or the heart proceedeth evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies."
And these are things you think about before you take action. You know? So that's what defiles you. You know? And the defilement really comes through with the act. But as Yahweh Shai said first, though, even when you think about, you know, something of like looking at another man's wife, because in your mind you already, you know, thinking about getting cracked, so your mind is like, you already, you know, you already thinking of worse things.
Yep. It said, "Look upon a woman to lust after her," which they twist that as well.
Yeah.
It should say a married woman.
Yeah,
You look upon a married woman to
that's what
lust
it should
after
say.
her.
That's what it say.
Then you've already committed adultery with her in your heart.
But in today's society, unless she has a wedding band on, you don't know. You don't know. This thing, this is
Wicked.
completely off. You don't know because she ain't got a wedding band on, and you don't know because, you know, it ain't like they wear a certain attire to say, "I'm married." Like in the Middle East,
Or I'm taking.
I'm taking in the East, they got certain customs where you can already look. Oh, she's married.
Hey,
She's married.
in the scriptures, you got particular apparel that a woman would
A
wear.
woman would wear that said she was already taken. You didn't even have to. You know what I'm saying?
Or if she was a widow,
Oh, not today.
or if she was a harlot.
Yeah, that is right. Not today. They all the same. All got biker shorts. in a tank top. All of them. Married, widow, harlot, all of them. We through. See, women are going to shape up when society collapses. Well, you know, that's when they're going to shape up. Now, these sisters that's already shaping up and trying, you know, they all praise Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, keep pushing. You know, we ain't talking
Pray
about
for
y'all.
the women. Don't pray for the crack hoes. Pray for us women. It seems like they giving the crack women more helping them than they don't help the women. They even had a landlord told me, I'm sorry, I went with the crack.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, you know what you know what he thinking about.
Yeah.
But
Oh wow.
Yeah.
oh, but you know, women, y'all women to get yourself together. That's a beautiful thing. You know. But you other women, oh yeah, y'all gonna wait till society crash. Yeah, that's what you gonna wait for. And you gonna be SOL, shit out of luck.
Got a precept going to what you were reading.
Yeah.
Could you read that part again, though? Where it talks about going
Matthew 15. And 17, you want to start there?
going into the...
Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the draught?
Right, so going into the belly, going into your mind, you know, the different things that go into your mind, and then it's almost like you have to have a filtering process before you act out what's in your mind.
Well, what's the filter though? What's keeping us? What's giving us the advantage of having that filter? Because Jake is walking around with no filter. What's giving us that advantage? It's truth. How about you know shot, man? It's giving us that filter. Go ahead, bro.
The eye salve.
Could you read the rest of it?
Yeah, because you talk about like eat certain food, that doesn't defile you. Now, abominable food can defile you.
Yeah, it does.
That defiles you. But if I want to go eat a, you know what I'm saying, have a lamb dinner, bro, that doesn't defile me. Because it's lawful, that's why.
And it tells you even at the bottom, he's talking about eating with unwashed hands.
Yeah,
That's really what it's going
they made a custom out of that.
Wasn't a lot of them Edomites around too at that time?
Yeah,
The Herodians.
Yeah, we was under
They were supposed to be keeping different customs, right?
we was under the Romans. At this time, Romans still was over us.
Matthew 15.
But you can go into the
18.
scriptures and tell you that Jake was setting up customs that they fathers was.
They were the traditions of men.
Yeah.
The precepts of men rather than the precepts of Yahweh. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man.
Right. So those things that proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. So it's not what goes into your mind, it's what comes out of your mind. Right? So when bullshit thoughts come into your mind, different philosophies try to come into your mind, which those are demons, right? Through the Holy Spirit, through the scriptures, the Lord has given us a filter to be able to filter that out, right? Because, hey man, you think wicked thoughts sometimes to be truthful, man, right? But do you act those out, man? That's what is really important. Do you act those thoughts out? You know, do you let them thoughts linger and grow in your mind? Right? I got this precept right here. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. Right? So our weapon, which is really the scriptures, man. Put on the whole armor of the Lord, man. That's the scriptures, just wisdom. Right? To the pulling down of strongholds on your mind. Okay? Casting down imaginations, right? Different thoughts, different things that go on in your mind, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. Right? So we have that filtering system. Yeah, you like the brother was saying, you might the thought might come into you, the demon might try to whisper in your ear, so to speak. Yeah, don't you look good? Meanwhile, shorty's walking with a man. You're like, hell no. The scriptures say, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Exactly. Yep.
Right? So you root out the seed that these demons try to put into your mind, man. But if you let it grow, it'll come out. And now you're being defiled.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise up and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein.
Right. So the reed, likened unto a rod, is like a ruler, a measuring stick, right? A standard. This is what we're using to measure out the temple of the Most High, which is what? The Israelites, man.
That's how you bring every thought into captivity unto the Mashiach. Is with the scriptures, man. That's how you cast down the ideas, because this world teaches you. You know, there's a adultery culture amongst Jake. You know, what's that bitch ass nigga? That song that Chris Brown made. Just got rich, just took a broke nigga bitch.
These hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal. You know, he took a broke nigga bitch. You know, this is a normal occurrence. You know what I'm saying, throughout this culture, man.
They all do. Trey Songz, all you niggas, man.
You know, they got all these different proverbial sayings. Oh, what you won't do, another man will. You know, they make a whole little clip arc out of the shit. A line of dudes with their suits on and shit, and the woman, and it's just like, yeah, you better worship your woman, or somebody else gonna get her. Yeah, she going off too, nigga.
And that's why. What you want to say, bro?
Like you were saying about Trey Songz, his nickname is Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Steal
saying.
your
Mr.
girl?
Steal Your
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, yeah. And guess what? What you don't know is your title under Yahweh Shema Shai as of right now as an adulterer.
Yep.
Your punishment is the sword, nigga.
Yep.
Which I don't know if that's what's probably going to take place with you, but I'll just say your punishment is judgment. I don't know how it's going to happen. But for us now, unless you repent, bro, you get judged harshly.
Comment. Straight up.
So that's what your title is under Yahweh Shema Shai. You're an adulterer, bro. Straight up. I still got some. Verse 2, it says, But the court which is without the temple, leave out, and measure it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall be tread underfoot 42 months.
Right. So that is given unto the Gentiles, the outer court. So this scripture, this measuring stick, is only for the Israelites. Because really, the scripture is only for the Israelites, man.
Because the heathen, they're profane.
Okay.
They outside the temple, you know. So we're not worried about. See, we're not measuring the heathen, right? We're giving out the judgment to them. We're telling them their judgment, right? But we're not measuring y'all.
Done. We're not
Now-
looking for them now. There might be something that's the elect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That look like the heathen.
Look like the heathen, you know.
but
So
the Israelites is really being sifted. It's
right,
not,
because we go into the scriptures, you know, we will deal with you. We go to the scriptures, but that's why we always say, if you're an Edomite, you through, you done, you know. But if you're an Israelite, we tell them a good thing. But if you're an Israelite, you know what I'm saying, you got the best chance, you know. And even if you do lose on this side, you're gonna win on the other, right?
That's why I said I would sift the house of Israel, which is among the nations. You know? Among the nations, because we're among these nations. But when it's determined that you're a heathen, there's no point in measuring you according to the scriptures.
Yeah,
you better quit eating pork, Esau. Man, you don't take your ass up the street. You go eat a rabbit for all I give you. Rat, monkey, give a damn, go on the block.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 16, it says, And what agreement, I'll start at verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? And what concord have a Mashiach and with Belial? Or what part have he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement have the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power, as the Most High have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Okay, so yeah, we you know, even though we had a physical temple, but the Lord is dealing with what now? The spiritual temple. The spiritual temple, the third temple is being built as we speak. But people don't want to accept that. They don't want to accept that. But it talks about us of lively stones. You know, we're that building with Yahushua being that chief cornerstone.
Build the tabernacle of David, as in the days of
As in the
old.
days of old. You
Speaking
know?
of a spiritual temple, man, that would be the 44,000.
Right? Verse 17, wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. So the Lord just told you, be ye separate, come out from among them. Oh, you don't be with them unbelievers. You know? Why you dealing with the people that's full of unrighteousness? You know? It's like you can't mix it. Now, you know, people do, you know, they might, you know, congregate somewhat with different people. Just be mindful of how much you do it. You gotta be mindful how much you do it. You know? Because these people don't have the same mindset that you have. They don't. It was going on.
This is Corinthians 15 and 33. Be not, 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Get this next. Gotta get this next.
Right. With that, communications go into basically congregating with other people, man. You know. So if you hang around them too much, that vibration is gonna rub off on you, man.
Yep. Yeah. And so this is also gonna tie in with what the point the bro was making about what goes into your mind, because it's a balance too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just read the scripture. 2 Timothy 2 and 15. I'll start at. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Right. So you study enough. You know, you take the notes. You do what you gotta do. When you bring this word out, you say something. You ain't gonna be ashamed of when you say it. You gonna say it with boldness, and then like the Cardi B song. If it's up, then it's stuck. You know what I'm saying? You gonna keep. I said what I said. You ain't gonna waver on it. Nothing. You ain't gonna be ashamed. Like we ain't ashamed, brother. We ain't ashamed bringing out Deuteronomy 22. We don't give a damn.
Right.
Cause hey, and the elders, Elder Apostle Bar says this. We have confidence in what we're saying because we understand what the words mean. You know?
What did Yahushua say though? He that is ashamed of me, I'll be ashamed of him when it comes to being before the Father. So be ashamed of Yahushua if you want to. We not. He is the Word made flesh. So we're gonna go and rightly divide every aspect that He gives us to the Spirit.
No, I come from the volume of the book that is written of me. Psalms 40 chapter 40, verse 7.
2 Timothy 2 and 16. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto ungodliness.
Hebrews 10 and verse 7.
You know, and what happens a lot of time when you get up?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
What happens a lot of time when you get around these unbelievers? They start babbling on about what their belief is, you know, their philosophies and so on and so forth. So it says to shun these different things.
What's the word you use?
Shun profane and vain babbling.
Outside of the temple.
There you go.
Something that doesn't belong, you know?
Yeah,
Outside of the truth.
I even have to find myself sometimes catching myself and being like, you know what, let me turn this music up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be later on and the song will be replaying in my head. And you know what? It'll be the most wickedest part. You know what I'm saying? You be like, this some bullshit, bro.
Rapping this shit there.
Yeah, bro, they got this new Whiskey song. And one part he's like, yeah, he smoke every day twice. I'm like, why do I keep remembering that part? That he get high 2 times a day. Fuck that shit. Nigga,
Yeah,
like,
man.
yo, I'm like, I gotta
You gotta
chill
be
on
careful
this.
with Whiskey.
Yeah, bro, Whiskey be on that bullshit. Let's continue.
Buddha?
No, that's
No,
that.
it's from Nigeria.
That's that. Yeah,
Jake
that's
from
that.
Nigeria.
Jake, he did songs with Drake and all that. All right, let's continue. Yeah, so it says, and their word will eat as doth a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus. So that stuff can eat like a cancer, man. You be just chilling, and then just like, you just thinking of the song, the hook be catchy. This shit through, man.
That's why you gotta root it out, man.
Yeah, bro. You gotta go back and just like, man, we watching videos or something.
And that's, you know, back into that scripture where it says, evil communication corrupt good manners.
Yeah.
When you listen to that music, it's like you right there with them, man.
Oh man, and them music, hey bro, them spells, bro. them little beats be getting you sometimes, bro. You gigging, bro. You be like, ooh.
And that's how the devil.
Go
That's how
in.
this devil does it. He'll put some bullshit behind a dope
Dope ass beat. Oh my goodness.
I was listening to a beat in the car, man, and I'm like, damn, this beat's nice. But guess who sing that damn song, man? This fucking Lil Nas X. I was like, "That's him?" I was like, oh hell no, I ain't listen to that shit no more.
You can't, bro. You can't, because it's all corrupt. All through. I'm about to start listening to stuff in a whole other language. Because I don't understand. Just so I can be like, I know what that nigga saying. This beat go hard.
That's what
It's crazy, man. Like I
Why are you out in your bed films?
I got precept. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10, and it reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction."
Yeah, this place will, yeah, see, this place will destroy you with a sword of destruction. You know, and we already talked. See, physically, we going through about this. Jake having to work a lot of hours. You know, and you bring in somebody get Haggai 1-6. Jake work all these hours, but you bring in little, bro. You know, so you're going through a physical, you know, physical emotions sometimes. You know, your body getting treated. You know, I'm talking about. See, when we say treated, just Jake's slang of going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like you going through a lot of infirmities. Like your feet hurt, your back hurts, your neck hurts. You know.
And then two, like you can't get too comfortable here. The Most High have it where, well, of course, a part of the curses is there should be no rest for the soul of our foot. Okay, but when you're a part of the elect, you're not gonna love your life until the death. All right, and so it's always gonna be something, man. You know, like the bro was just talking about working your death. Okay, but that's to keep you in that status of uncomfortability, so that you continuously on the mindset of we gotta get the fuck out of here. See, because if you get too relaxed in this place, oh, it'll destroy you. You know.
This is Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. That he shall speak great words against the Most High. It shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And we wore out. We wore out. Feet hurt right now. Aching. we getting wore out, bro. We all just, but we hanging in there with the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know, that's what's keeping us alive. That's what's keeping us going.
Yeah, this hope.
The hope, the faith, yeah.
Spirit that quickeneth.
Because through the flesh we through.
Oh man.
All the way.
The outward man perisheth day by day. What is it? I gotta.
The inward man is renewed, but the outward we die daily.
I gotta get that.
I got the Haggai 1-6.
Bring it up.
Come on, slow.
Bag with the holes in it.
You go with it, bro. You go with it.
That cheesecloth with the holes.
This is Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6, and it reads, "Ye have sown much and bring in little."
Yeah, you work a lot, but you ain't bringing in shit. You know what I'm saying? Then they tax your shit. They tax your money. Bro,
Hella hard.
hella hard.
Bi-weekly.
Taxing your money. And then don't even give you half of that shit back at the end of the year.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, no, they
He's
give you
the
a
devil,
small
bro.
sliver. Unless you got kids, you ain't getting shit back.
But still with that, it really don't mean nothing because a baby
gotta use
jump
that
right
on
out the
the kid.
womb.
Yeah.
And then you gotta. It's another point. You gotta use it on the kids. So we need all that extra. We need that.
So do.
But then you come out the womb, bro, in debt. Really, nigga?
Debt slave.
Oh, so when we sign as birth certificate, we're basically saying, I acknowledge that I am now part of your system. So my duty is to serve you, and I owe you now.
I will hereby thenceforth be used as collateral for all of your debts.
Yep. That's what you call that. That's called there's a name for it. When you basically, it's called trust. It's like trust law. You know, when you sign a birth certificate, that's you entrusting or giving your property, which is your children,
Over to
onto
the
this
devil.
devil.
What is it called?
And they force
It's
you to
called
do
trust.
it. If you don't do it, then it's what?
Look it up.
There's child neglect or some crazy shit.
Your son, yeah, bro, you don't exist.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you don't even exist. You're just here.
Just floating around. You ain't a citizen. You just here. You didn't know you was natural born.
Trust law.
That's why it's easy for this devil to come into a household and take the kids away. Basically replacing the parents and saying, I'm their parents now.
Bro,
You basically just the breeders.
he says
Basically.
he's the most. He says he's the most high.
Yeah.
I control this shit. And that's what Jake about to go through now, dealing with this whole serpent stinger.
Serpent.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna say, well, look, wait a minute. You're not only a threat to society, but you're a threat to your children. So by law, because it's already set up in the law, if you're a threat to your children, they have the right to take your children.
Child neglect or child endangerment.
Child endangerment. What? You people think he can't do this? He can do this without your consent, and just guess what? Nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Read this real quick.
Sound like you had
Jump to that. Because that's what this is. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Go ahead, bro.
Right. So this is a unrighteous decree, man. Now it's when you do the birth certificate, man, they don't even tell you that legally you're signing your children over to them, right? And I got this article real quick that popped up, man. I clicked on the first one, man. They got some stuff in here. It says the birth certificate is an unrevealed trust instrument. They don't teach this in school, of course not. The birth certificate is an unrevealed trust instrument originally designed for the children of newly freed black slaves after the 14th Amendment. We have exposed their fraud of, it says, Situai K trust that exists on presumptions. The Situai K trust has no corpus, no property, ergo, no value. Trusts are created only upon the conveyance of property and can exist only as long as there is value in the trust. Right, so your children are your property. It says trusts are created only. I just read that. It says there is no value in Situai K trust, yet they continue to charge the trust that is fraud. It says our problem is that we have been kept ignorant as to what we can do other than just complain. Let me hop down to here. It says to cover the debt in 1933 and future debt, the corporate government determined to establish the value of the future labor of each individual in its jurisdiction to be $630,000, and a bond of $630,000 is set on each certificate of live birth. The certificates are bundled together into sets, and they placed as securities on the open market. These certificates, so basically, we're property.
They're trading our worth on the open market.
They look at us as property, man. This is a certificate of your slavery. You know, you Jakes think you free. The birth certificate is a certificate of your slavery, man.
That's your branding. That's what it is. That's your branding.
That's the they don't bond you physically with chains. They bond you through paper, man. Through bonds, through contracts. It says the certificates are bundled together into sets and then placed as securities on the open market. These certificates are then purchased by the Federal Reserve. Damn. And who owns the Federal Reserve? These elites, man. They look at us as cattle, or as they call us, goyim. Right? It says, or, right? Federal Reserve and or foreign bankers. right? The purchase is the holder and the holder of the title. See, the title is the birth certificate, right? And that title is on the children, man, the property. Like you have a title to a car or to a house, you know?
That's the point, you know. That's the point. You should be able to get it. You know, when you sign that document, you gave yourself over to what? To be you know, government. Not government. What do you call this place? This is not a country. It's a corporation. You're a product of this corporation.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, and it's called trust law because you entrust your property with somebody else.
And that's why you have a straw man. Whenever they send you different documents, legal documents, they put a Mr. or a Miss in front of your name. It's in all capitals. That's your straw man that represents you on the corporate level. And if you accept, it's a different. It's wicked, bro. You know what I'm saying? It talks about the unrighteous decree.
Yeah.
And write that grievance.
Because even there's certain words they use, like police, there's certain words that they use, whereas once you comply or say yeah or agree to it, now that you basically allow them to do whatever they need to do.
Give away your rights by the words you say.
By the words you say, bro. It's so set up wicked too, because if you don't, they beat your ass.
That's why I tell you, you got the right to remain silent.
Bro, like.
But the scripture's the wise thing, like the scripture says.
Agree with thy adversary quickly,
man.
It still beat your ass.
Make
If
no
you
fault.
know the law, it'll beat your ass. If
That's
you
why
remain
it's-
silent, it'll beat your ass.
That's why it's important to stay upright as possible. Don't do no
Yeah.
wickedness. That way they search your vehicle and ain't shit in there. You know? You got shit to worry about for real.
So it says, Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will you do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will you lead your glory? Without me they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. So even when you're dealing with Jake be doing this bullshit too. You know, they turn a judgment away from the needy. They rob the fatherless.
Pastors.
You know, Jake be going in there, you know, having the zeal. I don't want to say sincere, so I'll say having that zeal of the Most High, but it don't be according to knowledge. And they give their last, bro. They last. And sometimes you be looking, you be like, Jay, like, what's wrong with you, grandma? Like, what? Are you serious?
They be sincere in their wickedness.
And then you be like, you know what? The hell with grandma, man.
Yeah, grandma just get through.
The hell was she talking about, bro?
Grandma not
Because she'll
cool.
come up here and cuss us out.
Yep. Not my Jesus.
How dare you?
How dare you? What? Because they don't know nothing.
Blasphemy.
They don't know no scripture, but they say, well, the Bible said.
Pastor said we can eat pork. There'll be some chitlins at home, right?
Ham hocks and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, go yeah.
And I got the actual definition for a trust law, which that's what the birth certificate goes into. It says in law, a trust is a relationship where property is held by one party for the benefit of another. A trust is created by the owner, also called the settler or trustor or grantor, right? Because they grant something unto the other person, who transfers property to a trustee. The trustee holds the property for that trust beneficiaries, right? So you're entrusting your property to somebody else. That's what a birth certificate is.
Well, that's when you're dealing with you know. Oh, well, we it's something along the lines dealing with insurance. How they had insurances back then of, you know what? If my slaves run away, I need you to insure me that, you know, if something happens to my slave, that, you know, I get some type of money, or I get another slave, something to that effect. So that's how they was built. So you was entrusting this party to say, okay, well, if I let my slaves do this, I need insurance. You know, just like blackjack. If you don't understand what we're saying, just like blackjack. You know what I'm saying?
I need the security deposit.
You know, the dealer get an ace. You get an ace, they ask you out the rip. Do you want insurance? Because there's a high probability I'm about to get another base card. So, you know, you want to still play, you can take care of your money with the woo, but that's how they doing it. That's how they doing it. Okay, and because they was like, shit, we ain't not losing no property, so we need this insurance. We need this protection just in case. Property, bro, big property. You know. So yeah, that's it on that. It's cool. Go ahead.
2 Esdras 15.
Yeah.
Start at the top.
Yep.
Come on. 2 Esdras chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold.
No. It's 16.
16.
Like it's 16. I wanted to touch on something earlier. We can go back into it about this biological warfare. That's what is going on right now.
At the top.
And I think it's verse 3.
3. Yeah, come on.
But you can start at the top. It's all right.
All right, come on. 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Hey, that's exactly in Babylon. Destruction is at hand. You know, ain't no time to be in a time of mirth. You know, that time is past. You know, because now it's about to come a time of sorrow, a time of mourning. You may not think you're about to be in that time, but you are. You know, go ahead.
Come on. Verse 3. A sword is sent upon you.
Because guess what? You can't. You know, me and bro had to talk to the court, bro. You can't physically prepare for this. You can't. You can't physically prepare for this. There's no way. And even if you do physically prepare for this, you might be hoarding up something for a member of the elect and his family to benefit off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
This is like Final Destination. They was trying to physically prepare to cheat death. You can't do it. You can't do it, man. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Right? It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. Right? So there's a sword coming, man. A sword is being sharpened, man. The scriptures say what? The slain of the Lord shall be many. Right? So that we know that's coming down the line, man. So really right now is not the time to be in no spirit of mirth, like everything's good, man. You know, you might get together, you know, laugh it up a little bit, but the sorrow still sets in, man.
Yeah.
You know, the seriousness still sets in.
Said wise man laugh but a little bit, roughly paraphrasing, you know.
Right.
Well, shit, you like laugh for a season, and you like, man, fuck this.
There's a scripture saying that. Nah, bro, I think there might be a little bit more on there.
That little joy and happiness is but for that, just that little moment.
Just for the moment, that's all.
It says, and he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, to give into the hand of the slayer. Who's this slayer that's about to come down, man? Right? Esau Edom, man. Revelation 12 and 12. You know he got a short time, man. He's gonna come down with that wrath, and he's preparing that sword, man. He's preparing his weaponry, his androids, his super soldiers, whatever he got, man. His kinetic weapons from the satellites in space, man. Like the bro said, there's no physical way to prepare for this. That's why hey man, you're an Israelite. Hey man, we need Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man.
Yeah, you can't trust in carnal means, you know. So the mighty man is not delivered by his strength. The king is not delivered by the multitude of his horses, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you know, it's a vain thing to trust in those things. You know, because you might end up in a situation. If the Most High want to, he can put you in a situation where you ain't around none of the shit you stored up. You ain't nowhere near your car. You ain't got no nothing but the clothes on your back. All right, you got to get the fuck on. So if that scenario plays out, all those things that you hope in come to naught. You know. So all you can do is trust me. How about you?
Yeah. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thy own understanding.
Trust me. How about you? With all thy mind. Okay, that heart and mind is synonymous. Right? Lean out into your own understanding, because the flesh want to think all type of stuff. You know, you see different scenarios play out. Or maybe I should get a sword. Maybe I should, you know what I'm saying, do this and do that. Man, fuck all that. We got to depend on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? Because guess what? You got the sword. You're going to use it. You're going to get put in a situation where you're going to have to pop somebody. Because that's what's coming. You know?
A little more. Verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Yeah, that's right. In all thy ways acknowledge Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and he will direct thy paths. The scripture says he shall beautify the meek with salvation.
Yep.
You know, so the Most High is going to guide you as long as you acknowledge him in all thy ways. You know, seek to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and trust in him. You know, because the time is coming, you're going to need that.
Said, look at the generations of old. Have any ever trusted in the Lord and was forsaken, or if any called on his name, it was
It says, if any ever trusted in the Lord and was confounded.
It's
you have to get
Sirach
it,
12.
brother.
Yeah, I'm about to get it.
There's a few different scenarios.
Sirach 2 and 10.
Yup, con.
Trusting Yahweh Shem Yahushua. There's some troubling times coming. Okay, but what's going to comfort you is these scriptures.
My girl, Proverbs 20 and 24.
Bro read it earlier. You know?
This man's goings are the Lord.
You said Proverbs what?
20 and 24.
Proverbs 24.
Bro read the scripture earlier. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. And what? The strength of salvation.
The fear of the Lord
Is his
treasure.
strength. Right.
Right.
So the part of that is whoever feared him, then he despised. Okay? You know? So this is the mindset that we have to be in. Right? You got the precept, brother?
Gone. This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
Yeah, how you gonna understand your own way? The goings be of the Lord. You know, sometimes the Lord may put you through some things and you just don't understand. You're like, Lord, I don't understand. Why I gotta go through this? You know, now sometimes, different times you may know different things. But a lot of times you just don't know. You know, I know the situation with another brother, you know, I was speaking to, put in a different situation, and you know, some of his thoughts is like, you brought me out of a situation, now I'm in another situation, you know, Lord, like, you know, what's going on, you know? But he's like, I know it's a purpose, you got a purpose for me. I know it's something. I ain't gonna forsake you, I'm just gonna roll with it. You know? But the question might pop in your mind though, like, you know? Shit.
Is you, dang Lord, is you still there? You still with me?
Right, yeah. But you know what?
It's getting kind of difficult. You know?
That's how you know the Lord is with you. When you going through shit, man.
That's true. Yeah, despise not the chastening of the Lord, you know, for he dealing with you as sons, man.
Right.
You know, if you ain't getting that chastisement, then you a bastard. So, much as it, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's why even Jake say in the world, like, Jake be like, when something be going too good, they be like, hold on, wait a minute.
Something
ain't
feel
right.
Something ain't right.
Right, and if you ain't going through that chastisement whereof all are partaker, then you're not sons. Okay, the Most High is not dealing with you. So, despise not the it said no chastening for the current seemeth joyous but grievous, but nevertheless it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness to them that are exercised thereby. So,
I got it all right here.
you got that?
Go on.
Wait, you told me to get that?
No, I got it. I got Sirach 2. Sirach 2 and then the Hebrews. Go on. You want me to get the Hebrews first since you was quoting it?
Sure.
Go on. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 7. It says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence.
Well, think about it, right? Who's getting chastised right now? Jake. Jake, we getting chastised because of our evil doing. Somebody get to Deuteronomy 28 real quick. Or Now y'all gonna grab something else?
Primarily the elect, though, or the ones that have been called.
I need Deuteronomy 28.
You see, because by being
Yeah,
called
just
into
his
this
weaving
truth,
through the.
Oh, he's playing with them.
Yeah.
by being caught into the, I see what he doing. He crisscrossing. He bored as hell. Showing off.
Get some practice in.
Yeah, showing off.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Brothers, pay attention.
But you know, like I was saying, them that have been caught into this truth, they're the ones that's really catching hell.
Right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1, it says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations on the earth," right? So the Lord said, you know, for going down, you know, I'm gonna give you all these different blessings if you obey what I'm saying to you. Verse 15 says, "But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Right? So, long story short, Jake ain't hearken. Jake will what? Start getting chastised, start getting whooped. So look at it right now. Jake right now is still dealing with these curses, and Jake is still getting chastised. Right? Not the bastards. You know, not E. Now I'm not saying that they don't be getting judgment if different things don't happen to them, but nationwide, E good. See, E is these low-level E's out here, they suffering because their top tier is making them suffer. They all supposed to be ruling. I mean, you would think.
Yeah, they are at least supposed to be living on some level of accountability.
Yeah. No
They shouldn't
worries.
be homeless.
None. They should be just on vacation with no limit.
Them niggas should have paid rent, everything. Free rent, free electricity,
Yeah.
free food.
These niggas be down here walking with you. You might catch them on camera, walking around picking up garbage and shit like that.
Yep.
But it's their kingdom. So they getting chastised off of behalf of what their evil, the evil ruler of their nation is doing, right? But Jake, you're getting chastised from the evil deeds that we have done against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Now, the brother did make a point and say, you know, when you look at everything that's taking place, even on the spiritual side as well, that the elect is the ones, you know, that's getting chastised. And because the Lord has received us, you know, as sons.
Because by default, the whole earth is groaning because the wicked are in authority.
Oh, we good, brother. Yeah, I know they turkey. You want some sandwiches or some water?
We got the water. Good, thanks. Yeah, the water.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Yeah.
But the whole earth is groaning, you know, because the wicked are in authority. That's what the scriptures say. The people's gonna mourn. All right, but then you got these Jakes that are at ease amongst Israel. You know, these different rappers, different drug dealers and stuff. They haven't been judged yet. All right, they chilling for real.
They chilling, yeah.
You know, the scriptures even not the scripture. There's a song that I heard the other day. They was like, basically, you make heaven a place called earth. You know what I'm saying? And there are some people that are here in their heaven. You know, they're receiving their consolation, their reward. They're living at the top. And the Most High might judge some of them, but a lot of them people, the scriptures say, why should you be stricken anymore? You shall revolt more and more. And that's Jake. They hard-headed as hell. They get their ass whooped, but they just keep being wicked. And them the niggas that the Lord just gonna have to scrub out. You know?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 5. It says, "Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chastiseth his son, so the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai thy power chastiseth thee. Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power and walk in his ways and to fear him." Right? So just like, you know, we're talking about chastisement, just as a man chastises his son, right, to get him to obey his will to do after the way he wants him to go. The Most High chastises our nation, man.
That's right.
Huh. The Most High chastises his nation. You know, we got another.
Want me to finish out on this side while you look for that? The Hebrews 12. Continuing on in Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 9 again, it says, "Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?"
All right. So Shall we not rather must be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live, man? So you got our physical parents that chastise us, right, for their pleasure, but the Lord chastises us also, man, right, for our benefit. You know?
And Jake is guys, you said that Jake is choosing to be in subjection of the father of death. You know, the father of lies. You know, which death is going to come from following, being under his subjection. Because what does he want? He wants your soul. He wants your mind, body, soul, and spirit. You know, that's what he wants, and he wants you to bow down. What the scriptures talk about, 7,000 men reserved to not bow down, the knee, image of God. You know, but everybody else is going to bow down. Wow.
Verse. Can I read that precept one more time, bro?
Absolutely.
Verse Hebrews 12:9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
So there's a benefit to us being chastised, man.
That's right.
Be partakers of his holiness, man. Okay, there's a benefit to receiving these lashes, so to speak, man. Okay, when we receive the correction, it makes us a better person, so to speak, man. Right?
He made the point that, you know, the fathers after the flesh, they did it for their own pleasure, for their own reasons. You know, boy, you better, you know. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing it. So like I quoted, or like the bro read, the Hebrews, he giveth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them that are exercised thereby. Okay, it's for you to get built up.
That's the last precept in 11. I read 10.
Oh, you ain't ready.
And like we was talking about before too, going in how you can't put your father or your mother before the Lord. Hey, he said the Father of spirits, man. We know the spiritual things are higher than the physical things, right?
So we not much rather be subjected to the Father of spirits and live, because there's gonna come a time, depending on how the Lord does it, where you're gonna have to obey Yahweh Shem Yahushua rather than men. You know, if your parents, I know my parents, my mom come up and talk about something. No idea. We don't know. If my parent came up and said, hey, you know, take this or take that, you know what I'm saying? Get the jab or whatever the case might be. It would have to be like, I respectfully decline. You know, hey, I love you and all that, but sorry, mom, you know, or whoever, dad, whatever. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Straight demon.
Rude.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay, demon. Motherfuckers sat there for a minute too, like they didn't understand no the first time.
This shit got to stop, man.
Throski.
Oh, this shit got to stop, bro. We gotta get the hell up out
That's why we need Yahweh Shah.
Filthy conversation of the wicked.
Oh, shit, I can't wait, man. Oh, I can't wait. Oh,
Marquisha.
I couldn't even hold it, bro.
Try to put on the soft voice and everything.
Yeah, you heard it? It kind of threw me for a second. I looked and I'm like, oh, hell no. That shit threw me.
I seen him walking up, but I didn't think he was gonna say nothing until I seen him like going like this. I'm like, no.
But hey, that's the scripture though, man. We signed and crying for all the abominations to be done in the midst thereof, man. If you with that, and brothers might not have saw it off the camera, but if you with that abomination, man, if you with that, them death angels gonna take your ass, man. You gonna be put out, man. You gonna have a rocky ride back to the spiritual realm, man.
He that is not with me is against me. So if you don't believe that type of shit need to be cut out the earth, you right along with his ass.
People are demons, bro. All you people is demons, man. If you ain't with y'all about you say your ass is a demon, man. Straight up.
Your fans a bunch of boundaries, man.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it's on you, brother.
Go ahead, take one. You
Calm,
want to take
chill
one?
out.
Don't try to take a sneaky one. Just take it.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, finishing off on verse 11.
The picture.
Take it.
says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
God, yield the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them that are exercised thereby. So, like you read about the fathers of the flesh doing it for their own pleasure, Most High is doing it to build us up. Most High is doing it so that we may be covered in righteousness, you know?
I got
We may
that.
have our, what's going on? We may have our robes that are filthy and bloody washed clean and white, okay? Which is the righteousness of the saints. You see? So yeah, it ain't fun while it's happening. You be like, damn, but when you get over that hump, you be like, woo! Why do you have Bashimi Awashai?
I never think I was gonna get through this.
Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, sometimes it really that thing is personified of that deep water and that fire on the one side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Respect.
Hey,
Respect. All praise to the Most High.
that's right.
Absolutely.
Right, shalom. You know, you really have those situations. Every brother's gonna have that thing that can make or break they walk. Okay? And that slip to the one side or the other. You know?
Are y'all Israelites? You are too, nigga.
But see, the thing is, you already know.
Right.
Our apparel states we're Israelites. It's a custom of the Israelites. Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 3. It said, or you want to get straight or get all of
Get
it?
to the where you at?
Sirach chapter 2, when it talking about trusting in the Lord,
But like I
and
was
all the
saying,
different
I'm gonna
scenarios.
end off of mine.
Like I was
Come
saying,
on.
everybody has situations that really show you that straight gate, that narrow path with the fire on the one side and the deep water on the other side, man. You know, a lot of times it gets stressful once you realize it. Like, damn, if I were to make this wrong move, you know what I'm saying?
Give me Matthew 7 and 13.
I could fall out, you know?
Second average. Matter of fact, you get the one at second average.
I still got sick edges.
You got what he quoted?
What the
Fire on the one side.
Fire on the one side. You get it. You read yours.
Sirach?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's second edge 7 as well too. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 2 and verse 10, and it reads, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken,
Romans 18.
or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Yeah. See? They called. The thing is this though. They called upon the name of the Lord. Somebody in Proverbs 18 and 10. Because they called upon the Lord. They had a name to call on. Oh, so now we don't have a name. Didn't it say in Exodus roughly paraphrasing that the name should be memorial to all generations.
So somebody's gonna remember the name.
Well, Sirach 17 verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Right. Come on now.
Hey, and the Lord brought the memory of his name back, man. I said, return unto him a holy tongue that they may call upon the name of the Lord. Right? And you might be like, well, how do we know that's really the name? Let you be held down by some demons.
I was about to say.
Let some demons be running around your fucking house. If you got faith and the Lord's with you, use that name, man, them demons will flee.
For sure. That's a for sure.
Quick. Don't say no land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. You think upon my name.
Yep.
Paraphrase.
Yep. Second average 2. I mean, Baruch 2.
This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, Salakia,
Yep.
and the righteous runneth into it and is safe.
That's right. We can call it one name, Yahweh Shem Shai, just as our forefathers did. Go ahead, finish yours.
Going back to
Oh no, you finished that, Sirach 2.
Yep, come.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
And it's true. We're following this narrow road, this path, this straight gate. Okay, the path of difficulty, because it's not an easy job. You know, some people might just say, okay, they go out there and preach. That's easy to do. You don't know what's easy and what's not easy. right? Or they just you know, wake up, cut on the camera, and do videos. Well, some brothers do wake up, cut on the camera, and do videos. But outside of that, brothers are dealing with different problems that they gotta, you know, get through the day with. Financial problems, life, yeah. I mean, life is a total, you know. Financial problems, relationship problems, you know, mental problems. You know, these are things off camera that brothers are dealing with. Infirmities. Brothers is dealing with shit. You know? You might see us and say, you know, people that go, you know, y'all strong, y'all this and that. Yeah, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, you know, shot. Off camera, brothers going through it. We cut the camera off right now. My brothers gonna be, because your brother be working and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Back hurt.
Some
you know
brothers got to use
concrete.
You know, got serious injuries. They got to use a cane.
Feet hurt.
They got to lean upon the staff. You know?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Brothers ain't got a ticket today. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. 2 tickets. There's now parking meters want to come out. Now all of a sudden, they pop out the woodworks want to come. They ain't come for what? They was gone for like what? A year, bro.
Yeah, they was
The
out.
parking meters never came. Now brother got a ticket. You know?
We thought it was sweet. We popped up today.
But we're gonna be restored. Oh yeah, tempo. You know what I'm saying? This is, bro, they're everywhere now.
What the fuck is going on?
Everywhere, bro.
No, it's
Something went down.
the new norm.
The free come out at night.
What?
For real, bro, they're everywhere. You wasn't paying attention, but these.
No,
Woo! Wee! Abomination season.
this
But,
thing is starting to look like Atlanta.
Oh, man. Straight up, though.
Midtown.
Tel Aviv. Pink City.
It's about to be Elf City out this
You know what I'm saying? No, hit yours first. We get them, then we end off with you.
Me? This one?
No, you hit yours first.
Did you want me to get this?
Second and 7.
Okay, got it. Second is 7.
And so on.
I'll start at 6. It says there is also. I don't know.
I think it says something about Shabbat, but
Shabbat.
today it is, and it's going over, but he probably think it's Friday to Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of people
No,
do.
sir. Mr. Clean lineup face.
Straight up. Second Ezra 7 and 6. There is also another thing. A city is building. Matter of fact, I'll start at the top. Second Ezra 7 and 3. And I said, speak on my power. And he said unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. The city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
Ooh, tightrope. Tightrope.
And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. You know, and Yahweh Shah said, no man can come to the Father except by me. You know, and we read earlier about picking up your cross. If you don't pick up your cross, you're not worthy to be his disciple. Okay, and going and picking up that cross means entering in at the straight gate. He went through that position of difficulty to be set at glory. You're going to have to go through the same thing, because the servant is not above his master. You know? Verse 9, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Okay? So this is what we have to go through in order to make it, all right, to be a part of that first dominion. All right? It's a great, you got to work for this, man. Okay? It's not through works, but it ain't going to be easy either, because you're not above Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai had to catch holy hell before he made it to his glory.
Likewise shall we. Because we want to, ultimately the goal is to be co-heirs with
That's right.
So.
You want that. What did it say? The elect shall be as God. Them that are feeble among them shall be as David, and the elect shall be as power.
Yeah, the angel of the Most High before them.
Like one of the Alahai.
Hey, what the scripture say? Doesn't the scripture say ye are gods?
And all of you children of the Most High. Right, because that's what it's going to come down to, man. Hey, what is it, John chapter 17, where Yahweh Shai, he prayed that he would be restored back unto that glory he had with the Father at the first, man. So he was exalted unto that high status again, man, on the right hand of the Most High. You know, and we want to be right with the Heavenly Father also. But that example, that path is through Yahushua. You gotta go through what the Lord went through, man. You, brother Les.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of his present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
You got a lot more.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Some more? Keep going.
Yeah.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
You got it, bro.
For the creature was made subject to vanity.
Again, brother, Baba Bishop. The last one.
19.
Yeah.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh.
So the whole creation is waiting for the manifestation of the elect, okay? Because once the Yahweh Shah comes back and the elect are called into the heavens, all right, that represents the turning point. That represents the turning point of this kingdom, okay? Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, all right? So once the elect get called, hey, it's over, it's a wrap for this place. The preachers gonna take a breath, exhale, a sigh of relief, man. We're about to feast, you know? We're about to feast and then we finna go into peace, you know? That's what distracted me.
You see that?
Nah,
never.
Well, anyway, I thought I was over one of them didn't get hit. Where she was riding on that scooter, like somebody about to get hit.
Oh, that.
Yeah, right there by the sidewalk. Anyway, so that's what that's what the whole earth is waiting. It said that the trees shall rejoice when Eve's taken down, man. You know? So everybody's waiting on the manifestation of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's elect, man. You know? Because once the elect is sealed, the four winds of destruction is going to let loose on this place, man. Sign, seal, deliver. It's over. You know? Go ahead.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai set it up this way. You know, but he subjected us to hope. We're prisoners of hope, as the scriptures say, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we're waiting on, man.
Earnest expectation, man. Right. That's when we get put in these different straight situations, man. We always lean back onto the Most High through the scriptures, man. That gives us the hope.
Yep.
It's like, man, this situation is hard, man. We're in a shitty situation.
Yeah.
But man, we gonna be good in the kingdom, man. We gotta keep pushing, man.
Yeah. Yep. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Continue to fight the good fight for faith.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta pump yourself up, man, by telling yourself different things, man. And that's what the scriptures are for, man.
So King David said, he said, I will extol myself in the
That sounds good, bro. You might have to grab that. But you know what I'm saying? This is when you pump yourself up. The scriptures say all things aforetime are written for our learning, so that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Okay, so these scriptures continue to go through your mind. Just gotta keep it doing. Just gotta keep it doing. It's all right. It ain't gonna be like this forever. You know, some gotta give. If it wasn't like this, then I wouldn't be on the straight gate. So let's just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I gotta deal with, Lord, I need you. Just keep me with the things I need. You know what I'm saying? As long as I got the things I need, you got the rest. You know, you wiser than me. You know what I'm saying? I can't see it right now. But hey, I need it. You know what I need. You know the things that you need. You know?
I got it. This is 1 Samuel 30:6. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain.
So the Most High keep you right at that point, and it's a beautiful thing. The brothers, Dallas brothers, point they made. It was like, look, worrying about how you gonna pay this bill. That, you know, that's a light thing compared to what's coming. You know what I'm saying? It might be stressing you the fuck out right now because you like shit, but it's gonna be much worse. You know what I'm saying? In Jacob's trouble. So just endure that. Keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna have greater tests You know what I'm saying? As the times move on, man.
Yeah, we have not resisted
Yet
temptation
unto death. Yeah, kind of.
Right. And this is 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But David encouraged himself in the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, his power. Right? So like the bro was saying, you gotta, sometimes you gotta pump yourself up, man. Bring the scriptures back to mind. What about this situation, man?
Yeah.
What about that, man? If I do, I'm gonna make it, man.
Yeah.
Encourage yourself in the Lord.
Spiritual pep talk.
Nah, Jake be in the, they be in the car, man. Listen to their dopest music before they go into the gym, man. It's like, man, I'm about to kill this, You listen to that pump up music, man.
Yeah.
Well, the scriptures is your pump up music when you're in a situation of distress, man.
Vamos. You got this.
Cut.
Y'all got it. That's it.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh.
Read the 26.
Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings, which cannot be uttered.
Yeah, man, your soul to cry out, man. Sometimes you just in despair, you don't know what to do, and you just like, Lord, I need help. Sometimes make you want to cry, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High hears that. He knows what's going on. Tear might come out and everything. You might be like, then you bounce back. You like, all right, I keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's your soul making that intercession for you, man, in them groanings. Sometimes the big picture comes of, damn, shit, nigga, I don't know, But the Most High got you, man. You just gotta endure it, Read 26, right?
Go to 26 or 27? Okay. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of Yahweh. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren.
That's it, because I think you read past it. But that's cool, though, because the elect are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're conforming to the image, okay? And the 230ans are straying away from the image, as that was their purpose to do. You see? Everybody's doing their own, everybody's doing the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, whether people know it, whether people accept it or not. That's what's happening, okay? This out. Jake wants some big violence.
All right, preset real quick.
Oh, hit it.
This
You know how
is
you call them the 230s?
Yeah.
I was thinking, how they got this show called The Backyardians?
Yeah.
I was thinking the Neck Hardigans, because they back in the new life and their neck is hard. The Neck Hardigans. Stiff neck ass Jake, man. Go ahead.
Come on. This is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. And it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And jumping to 6, it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah, hey, and that's the mindset you're gonna be, or you gonna have, when you're a prisoner of hope. That's the mindset you should be in. Praying for more faith, praying for more
Patience.
Praying for more patience, praying for endurance, because it's about to go down. And when this place go down, we don't want no parts of it. We don't want no parts. So that's what we're doing. What we're doing. We roll into the spirit that we be able to make it out of here, and our families go well. But close out. These niggas is all in the. That's all you can hear. 230 is in the back.
All right, so with that, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, with that, we want to say shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Ball.
Abide the ball.
Hey, Shalom, so you gonna come aboard? Definitely gonna have to get a phone because brother Nadal 23 been throwing up hella
Lord,
scripts.
They always, yeah.
Let me get out of this. Oh, tripping.
You know, you got to swipe down.
Where I go? Oh, there we go.